so much you can do. Be who you were meant to be. Peaceful Warriors Wellness. You better move better, be better. Peaceful Warriors.
All right, good morning, everybody. Scott Roberts, Peaceful Warriors Wellness Center. It's Monday, June 28th, 8:30 in the morning. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Welcome to the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better movement session. And that is our tagline here at Peaceful Warriors Wellness Center. We help people feel better, move better, and be better at everything you do. We use therapeutic massage, corrective exercise, stretching, reflexology, many other approaches and modalities that we practice here in our office in the efforts of helping people. So please grab yourself a strap, a rope, a belt, something that you can utilize to manage and assist yourself through the straps in your stretching. It really makes a big difference. It's the next closest thing to having me there with you to assist you is assisting yourself utilizing a strap, rope, or belt. I really like using these straps from OPTP called stretch out straps. You can find it online at optp.com if you're not local. If you are, swing by the office and buy one. We'll be glad to sell one to you. It's only $16, well worth it, okay? So let's go ahead and start by reaching up overhead. Come up onto your toes and actively reach further and then reach a little bit further. Imagine that there's something just out of reach that if you could just move a little bit further without lifting any of your toes up off the ground, stretching and opening up the space between your vertebrae. All right, good job. All right, hands overhead. Let's put your feet a little bit more in shoulder width apart and side bend to the left. You may hear me exhaling. I would like you to do the same thing. As you stretch, exhale. We're holding these stretches for about 2 seconds. As we get to the end of the range of motion, and then coming back up to reset. Now we're going to go to the right, which you'll feel stretch the left side of your body. Please bring your arms down to shoulder height. We're going to rotate the spine by turning your head, chest, all the way to the left. And then all the way to the right. All the way back to the left. Grab a hold of the end of the strap in your right hand, reaching up over your head. Let the strap dangle back behind you between your shoulder blades. You're going to reach back with your left hand, and as you reach down with your right, you're going to grab a hold of the strap and then assist in the stretch. Let's reverse it. Take your right hand down to your belt line. Strap goes over the left shoulder. Now we're going to reach up between the shoulder blades from the bottom. Go ahead and lift that right elbow up to shoulder height, bent at 90 degrees. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the motion. We're going to rotate the shoulder so your elbow stays in the same stationary spot. And you're going to reach back, rotating your shoulder, utilizing the strap at the end to assist. Reach back. This stretch is super important for people that are spending a lot of time seated and working with gadgets and things in front of them, keyboards, tablets, phones, games, cooking, okay? All these things that we do out here in front of us. That's where we do all of our activities out front so we can see what we're doing, right? No eyes in the back of our head that we know of. Though sometimes you have to wonder, right? Reach up with your left hand, reach down between your shoulder blades and use that strap to help you. So most people will get some rounding of the shoulders, pulling forward, creating a nice little valley in your chest, and your back gets rounded. And then we wonder why our upper back and neck hurts. All right, reach down behind you on your belt, reaching up between your shoulders from the bottom up, using the strap over your right shoulder to help yourself out. Elbow up at shoulder height. Rotate that shoulder back. Well done. Hang that strap over your shoulders and neck. Find yourself a spot on the wall, and you want to place your palm flat on that wall and point your fingers back behind you, and it should be at shoulder height. Now I want you to step forward with your left foot and gently turn your body, your chest away from the wall. You want to feel this across the front of your chest and the top and the front of your shoulder. Turn yourself around, left hand on the wall, right foot forward. Opening up the shoulder joint a little bit differently than we already have. Now we're going to focus on the head and neck. We're going to start off with some rotation. So you're going to turn your head to the left, reach up with your hands with just a little bit of pressure on your right temple and behind your left ear. And you're going to just add a little bit of pressure there. Now to the right. And again, you're moving, turning your head in this case, and the assistance comes at the end. 2 seconds and release. Now we're going to do lateral flexion. In other words, lateral to the side. We're going to lean our head to the left, reaching up with our left hand over our right ear. And just the weight of your arm should be plenty of pressure. Let's go to the other side, to the right. All right, have a seat on the floor. First thing that we're going to do here is we're going to stretch out the calves. Take your strap or belt, put the middle around the ball of your foot so you have two ends just like this. Like I said, you can use a piece of nylon rope and do the same thing, okay? I like to use the stretch out strap because these pre-sewn in loops make it easy to just hang it right over the ball of the foot. So what I want you to do is I want you to flex your foot towards your body, toes to your nose, and stretch out that calf. Just like everything else, 2-second hold, and then release it. Flex your foot towards your body, and then release it. Your calf muscles are very strong, and they very easily will help hinder movement in your ankle. Now I want you to bend your knee to 90 degrees, okay? And we're going to flex your foot towards your knee. You're stretching a different muscle when you bend your knee, okay? And both of them are important to stretch. All right, now we're going to straighten our leg, lie back onto your back. I'm going to do it like this today just so that you can see that it can be done regardless. So what I want you to do is lift your right leg towards your shoulder, keeping it straight. Now you'll notice that I also keep my lead arm straight. I'm not actually pulling my leg yet. I'm engaging here at the hip. And then when I've gotten as far as I'm able to lift it, then I add with a strap, hold for 2 seconds and release. But through the entire motion, I'm still using the muscles in the hip flexors to try to pull that leg further up. So even as I add the assistance with my arm, I'm still using that muscle. Now you're going to take the ends of your strap around the inside of your ankle and out towards your knee. Hey, beautiful. Now we want to bring that leg closer to the nose, the midline of the body. Good morning, Dory. How are you, huh? I know I must be on the floor for you, right?
That's right.
It's the only reason I could possibly be down here, to get Dory kisses. Okay, go with your mama. Go with your mama. Go ahead. Now we want to bring the strap around the outside of the ankle and underneath the calf, between your legs. Grab the two ends of your strap or belt. Now your toes will be pointing towards the outside of your body, and we want to bring that leg closer to your left shoulder. So a little bit of an angle across the body. And there's a very good chance that you'll have little things that will want to interrupt you as well. It might be the phone, might be your kids, might be your dog, might be your significant other. It's all good. All right, while we're here, we're going to lift the right leg just high enough to scissor across the top of the left. You want to keep your hips flat on the floor, when you do these scissor stretches. There's gonna be 3 different angles, and I'm doing 5 reps of each. Now we want to lift that right leg up to 45 degrees, scissor across. Now we're going to bring that right leg up to 90 degrees, or as close to 90 as you can get your leg, and scissor. Feels really good in the hips, across the glutes, and even up into the lower back. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am fine. How about your stretching this morning?
It's going well.
Good. Good morning, everybody who's on there. I just realized you were doing that.
Yep. 3 days a week.
Good morning, guys. And it's always the day that I'm taking my Pilates class.
Yep, it's okay. It's all good. All right, so now we want to take the strap around the inside of the ankle and underneath the calf. Now we're going to do half of a split. We're going to stretch the inside of the right thigh. So pull that right leg out as far as you can. Bend your knees, take your right ankle onto your left knee. We're going to set the strap aside for a moment. And you can see, especially as long as my legs are, having the full length of the strap by using the loops is much easier for me than having it wrapped around my foot and only half of the length of the strap available. So with your right knee bent, about just 90, 95 degrees, you're going to take your right hand on the inside of the knee and left hand on the right shin. Now we're going to rotate the hip by pulling your right foot closer to your left shoulder. And that's a deep stretch. All right, let's do the left side just like we did the right. Strap over the ball of the left foot. Sit yourself up. Let's stretch those calves. Pull your toes to your nose. Bend that knee, adjust your hold on the strap, and let's pull those toes up. Remember, you're flexing your foot as far as you can, and then adding some assistance. And even if you're not feeling, quote unquote, much of a stretch by doing some of these, you still want to do them and make sure that you're keeping the mobility that you need. Okay? Lie back, keeping that left leg straight. And let's lift towards the shoulder. All right, take the strap around the inside of the ankle. Now we're going to lift that leg towards the nose. Left leg towards the nose. Strap comes out, goes around the outside of the ankle, back in between the legs underneath the calf, and now we're going to move that left leg towards the right shoulder. Now we're going to do some scissor stretches to stretch out the outside of the hip. Left leg comes up just high enough to scissor across the top of the right. Now up to 45, scissor across. And yes, this does wind up feeling a little bit like a light workout, which is good. Your body needs that. But the importance is by creating the movement, you're creating some mind-body connection. By activating one muscle, you create a stretch reflex in the opposing muscle, and we're utilizing that to get the stretch that we want and need. So your leg goes up to 90 degrees, scissor across. That's where the muscle activation is so important. Please do me a favor, like, comment, and share this video. That way friends and family, acquaintances can reap the benefits as well. Strap comes out from underneath the calf, goes around the inside of the ankle and back underneath the calf again. Straighten out that leg, and we're going to pull that left leg out to the left as far as we can, stretching out the groin or inside the upper thigh. Bend that right knee. Let's take your left ankle, set it on that knee, and you want to set your strap aside. Left hand on the inside of the knee, right hand on the shin. Take a deep breath and rotate your hip. And assist yourself by pulling that left foot closer to the right shoulder. right, good job. Let's sit yourself up and then come on up to your knees. This last stretch is another fun one for people that spend a lot of time sitting. People tend to get really tight hip flexors. It promotes and creates an atmosphere where you're going to have lower back pain, especially when you go to stand up and you feel yourself catching and you can't quite stand all the way up and you put your hands back here and push your hips forward, right? That's your hip flexor that's getting in the way of you standing up straight. It's from too much sitting is one of the causes, okay? So take your right foot, put it out in front of you, your heels on the floor, chest is forward, head's upright. Now I want you to push your hips forward and I want you to sink into that valley between your right foot and your left knee as you push forward. You're easing into the stretch. As you exhale and then coming back out of it as you inhale. How low can you go? And the idea is we're actually creating a movement that's going to help pull the left knee back behind your body. You're squeezing this left glute. All right. Right knee down, left foot forward. And let's create that movement. Here we go. Push forward. As you squeeze the right glute, your body will move forward. If you feel yourself starting to pitch forward, lean forward. Hold that stretch at that spot right before you start to lean, okay? So if it's here, that's where you're at. But with some consistency, you'll be able to open up that a lot more through repetition. All right, great job. All right, so some of you may not be aware, but it is one of those statistics that stands out in my mind as a veteran myself. My dad, who is a veteran, and my grandfather before that as well. So 22 people that have served our country in the armed forces commit suicide every single day. So I like to end my sessions by doing 22 push-ups. If you need to break them up into increments of 4 or 5, that's great, please do that. If you need to do them on your knees instead of up on your toes, great, please do that. But please join me in doing 22 push-ups. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you again on Wednesday. Until then, have a great week.